Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg, and it's about to get so much worse as we draw the gritty reboot to DuckTales. Ooh! That's right, we are drawing the gritty reboot of DuckTales today, and of course we gotta start with the man, the myth, the legend, Scrooge McDuck himself. But in our gritty reboot, we really have to look long and hard at Scrooge. You know, the world we live in is full of billionaires, and there's a lot of criticism of billionaires going on out there, and rightfully so. And so I think our Scrooge McDuck needs to be not just an uncle, not just a wealthy man, but someone who's lost his way and has perhaps been driven insane by his money hoarding tendencies, fear of losing his wealth and everything else. And so madness has taken this Scrooge McDuck. And yeah, you can see I'm just getting mad eyes in here and trying my best to really evoke the sort of fat cat, fat duck kind of vibe for this insane money hungry fool. By the way, my name is Patrick. I'm an artist. I like to have fun here on the internet. We draw a bunch of things. We try challenges. We do our best. I hope that you enjoy this video today. If you do, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, all those YouTube-y things. But really, just thanks for being here, and let's get back to the art we're working on. You can see I'm trying to maintain the general style of Scrooge McDuck. I feel like he's got his style on point, you know, with his waistcoat and top slippers. I don't know what you call his shoes. He's got like socks that wrap under his feet like sandals but upside down. And yeah, just another example of how billionaires are out of touch, I guess. But yeah, we're getting the line art in here, trying our best to make him look a little bit insane, and by little I mean a lot. But yeah, this sets the tone for our gritty reboot here. It is not a pleasant place, Duckburg. Something is wrong in this late-stage capitalistic Duckburg, and perhaps the most dangerous of all is in fact the billionaire, Scrooge McDuck, who though once may have been a stable entity in town, is now a madman. Let's check out the final reveal of Scrooge McDuck. With our madman of an uncle done, it's time for us to turn to those nephews, Hewey, Dewey, and Lewey, always getting into trouble, always investigating things, and maybe in this case, they've looked one step too far into the darkness and have been driven a little bit worried by the fact that they live under the care of a madman and are probably not in the safest positions of their lives. So you can see here we're trying to get that classic Huey, Dewey, and Lewey vibe with t-shirt, no pants, and hats, and yeah, they look a little bit disturbed. You know what? That happens. So you can see our main man in the front here. I think this is Huey. I don't really remember which one's which. And you can see I thought for a second I might just duplicate and change the head, but then I realized, nah, it needs to have its own sort of charm for each of them. And so we get working on a scared one here, which I think is Dewey, but my memory doesn't serve me well. Did you watch the old DuckTales? I really loved DuckTales back in the day. I really liked the spin-off Darkwing Duck too, because I was a big Batman fan, and I liked the comedy in Darkwing Duck. It was a bit of an absurdist superhero take, and I really enjoyed that. I haven't watched any of the new DuckTales. I heard it's pretty good. It looks beautiful. Like, the style is very cool. I really like the look of it, and yeah, maybe I should give that a try. And with that, we've got our three ducks here. We're just going to get started on some line art. We really want to note the look of panic, if not terror, in their faces as they face not only living with an insane wealthy person, but the other horrors that may lurk within this town. And so there's a bit of a disheveledness that we try to get in our line art here. More imperfect than the normal Disney perfection. But I think it really works for the vibe we're going for. And I really like how these three turn out. Weird thing about these ducks is they really went color-coded, right? Like red and green and blue. If you had to pick one color that was the only color you could wear, what would it be? I think mine would be blue. I like the color blue. It's one of my favorites, and I feel like it can be like really dark and really light and sort of work as a monochrome color. But yeah, what would be your choice? I'd love to hear in the comments below. We're just wrapping up the last of our ducks here. I think this is Dewey. the more cynical of the ducks, but who knows? Let's check out the final reveal. And up next, I wanted to go to Gizmoduck. And Gizmoduck is a duck in a suit made of metal, but I thought in our case we need to have an almost horrific Frankenstein-esque mixture of duck and machine, and I may have gone off the deep end on this one, so I apologize in advance for what I've drawn here. I basically decided that he would be stuck inside this metal suit with an exposed brain, his duck bill being removed, and nothing but pain and sorrow in his life. So you can see here I'm drawing this sort of like peeled back eyelids and just a gaping maw of a duck mouth, and still getting a cool suit on, so that's a plus, I guess, but it is a bit of a disaster. I also decided that as we started working on the arms and legs, that the legs of the suit would have his real legs just drooping as if they haven't been used in a million years and sort of dead to the world. Yeah, like I said, this has gone real gritty on this one, deeply out of control, and I apologize for what I've done. But, you know, Gizmoduck. We also decided that he needed more just pure weaponry, so instead of having hands, he just has guns, a Mega Man-esque gun and some kind of proton gun thing, I don't know. Either way, this is a horrific creation, but you know what? It's fun to be inspired by the absurd as much as the wonderful and cute. And as I said, I apologize for what I've done here today. So yeah, we're just getting the torn flesh and gaping maw of it all on this figure. And hopefully it'll be done soon so we can move on with our lives. Because I made it bad. I did a baddie. Oopsies. Hopefully you can forgive me, but here we are. I always liked Gizmoduck. There's something about he was kind of like a nerdy, like loser character who gets the suit and is suddenly really cool and also gets into a lot of trouble. And to me, that was sort of like peak comedy as a kid. Like I loved Animaniacs, I loved Freakazoid, I loved those shows that were sort of like about characters who had all the potential in the world, but were also just a little bit nuts. And I feel like Gizmoduck fits into that category, even just a little bit. And so I really wanted to make sure that we did a Gizmoduck, because he's one of the more iconic DuckTales things in my brain. Also, unicycle wheel. It feels like the most 90s thing ever just to have a unicycle wheel. Gizmoduck was living the 90s dream, I'm pretty sure. And this nightmare is coming to a close, so let's check out the final reveal of our Gizmoduck. I apologize. Last but not least, I thought we needed some villains in the story, so I grabbed Magica De Spell and thought to myself, in a gritty reboot, a character like this would go from that sexy duck to that much, much more sexier duck. And so we just sort of made her taller and more emphasized on her sexiness. And yeah, this is a journey. I've talked a lot in this channel about how I'm working on getting better at drawing the female form, and yeah, apparently duck female, perfectly fine with. Easy to do, but I guess that says more about me than I wanted to. Anyways, I'm just messing around. Yeah, we got her coming in here nicely. I really am actually happy with how this one turns out. I really just like the pose and the form, and all of it just really does a good job of being that cartoonishly sexy kind of pose. And yeah, it really evokes the original character too, in ways that the other ones do, but like even more so. It just really gets that attitude that she has. And I thought it was really fun to draw. So we're gonna get working on the line art here. There's something about old school Disney characters. There's a number of them that are just drawn like to be sexy in a way that is weird for children's entertainment, right? So a character like this who just has like, you know, a real energy to her. We got characters though like old Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood is just full of sexy animals. And, you know, you got the whole like Bugs Bunny. This is not Disney, but, you know, Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny world. Like, there's just a world of 90s and 70s sexy animal characters, which, you know, is a vibe, I guess. You gotta do something with the variety of animal characters you need to make. With that insightful look into my own psyche, here's Magica De Spell. And that's going to be it for our DuckTales reboot today. I hope you enjoyed watching some of these horrific and wonderful characters being drawn. Which was your favorite? Which do you think I should have never done? And why is that Gizmoduck? And let me know if you have any other ideas for gritty reboots that we should try drawing. It's always fun to do them over on the live stream. We do things like this, challenges and such, on Tuesdays over on Twitch at Art by Sutherland. And it's a lot of fun. Come out, contribute your ideas, and help us make weird and wonderful art, because that is super cool. For now, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for being here. Do all the YouTube-y like and subscribe stuff, whatever you feel like doing. It's always helpful. Share this video if you enjoyed it. But really, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you had fun. Till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!